There was once an ogre, as greedy as he was rich. The more he had, the more he wanted, and no one had ever gotten the better of him. This ogre had to keep getting married because his wives always died soon after the wedding, so he was constantly courting fresh ones. When choosing a new wife, the ogre cared for only one thing. He wanted her to be a good and thrifty housekeeper. There was such a woman in the village. Managing Molly, she was called, was the daughter of a very poor farmer. Since he could not afford a dowry for her, she had never married. Everyone figured that she should marry the ogre. Sure enough, the ogre came to the farm and invited himself to supper the following week. Managing Molly was not worried. Do what I bid you, and say as I say, she said to her father. And if the ogre does not change his mind, you won't come out of it empty-handed. Following his daughter's wishes, the farmer used all his money and bought a great number of hares and a barrel of white wine. Molly borrowed new linens from her neighbors and filled the kitchen shelves. On the day of the ogre's visit, Molly prepared a delicious stew with the hares and set out the wine barrel. When the ogre came, Molly served up the stew and the ogre sat down to sup. The stew was perfect. The ogre was very pleased and said politely, I'm afraid, my dear, you have been put through great trouble and expense on my account. Don't mention it, sir, said Molly. The fewer rats, the more corn. How do you cook rats? Not one of all the extravagant hussies I have had as wives ever cooked them at all, said the ogre, and thought to himself, such a stew, and rats? What a housewife. I suppose you spade me, inquired. Molly held out the linen towel for him to see. All of that came up a mile wheel, but as her hand was raised toward the shelf, the ogre thought that all the linen he saw there was from the thread of her spinning, and his admiration was even more. When he tasted the wine, he was even more pleased, for it was the best. This must have cost you a great deal, neighbor, said the ogre, drinking to the farmer's health, and Molly left the room. It's the best way to use a rotten apple, said the farmer, but I leave all that to Molly. We give our rotten apples to the pigs, growled the ogre. Things will improve when she is my wife. The ogre was now in a great hurry to conclude the match and asked what dowry the farmer would give his daughter. I should never dream of giving a dowry to Molly. Whoever gets her gets dowry enough. On the contrary, I shall expect a good sum from the man who takes her from me. The ogre was anxious to secure his thirsty bride at any price. He named a large sum of money, thinking, we will live on rats from now on, and the money saved will soon pay for the dowry. Double that we'll see, said the farmer stoutly. So the ogre named the sum that the farmer agreed to that was enough to make the farmer rich for life. Bring it in a sack tomorrow morning, he said. Then you can speak to Mom. She has gone to bed now. The next morning, the ogre appeared carrying the dowry money in a sack. Molly came to me. There are two things, she said, I would ask of any husband. A new farmhouse built with eyes shaped rats, and a feather bed of fresh goose feathers filled with the old woman plucks her geese. If I cannot sleep well, I cannot work well. That's not much, thought the ogre, and after all, the house will be my own. So he built it himself, under Molly's orders. He worked hard, day after day. When winter came, it was finally finished, and a stout house it was. Now for the feather bed, said Molly. I'll make the ticking, and when the old woman plucks her teeth, I will send for you. When it snows, they say the old woman up yonder is plucking geese. So at the first snowstorm, Molly sent for the ogre. The feathers are falling, so fill up the bed, cried Molly. How am I to catch them, cried the ogre. Stupid, don't you see them lying all around, cried Molly. Get a shovel and set to work. So the ogre did. He carried his shovelfuls of snow to the bed, but the snow melted as quickly as he slid, so his work never seemed done. By nightfall, it was so cold the snow would not melt, and the feather bed was finally filled. Molly hastily covered it with sheets of blanket and said, try to rest here tonight, and tell me if this bed is not comfort itself. Tomorrow we will be married. The tired ogre lay down on the bed he had built, but he could not get warm. This sheet must be damp, he said. But in the morning, with such horrible pains in his bones, he could hardly move. It's no use, he groaned. She's a very wretched woman. but to sleep on such a bed would be the death of me. And he went home as quickly as he could before Madge and Molly could call upon him to be married. When Molly found out he had gone, she sent the farmer after him. "What do you want?" cried the ogre. "The bride is waiting for you," said the farmer. "I'm too ill to be married," said the ogre. "She wants to know what you will give her to make up for the disappointment." "She's got the dowry and the farm and the featherbed," groaned the ogre. "What else could she possibly want?" The farmer soon returned. "She says you pressed the featherbed flat, and she wants some more goose feathers." "Take the geese from my yard and be gone," yelled the ogre. The farmer lost no time either, and he drove in the finest flock of geese you will ever see. It is said that the ogre never recovered from the effects of sleeping on old moon's feathers. As for Madge and Molly, with her good dowry, she was able to pick precisely whom she wanted to marry.
Terrific, man, terrific. Oh, you look relaxed now.